Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today I am explaining to you what semen retention is, what it could be for you, what it was for me, and what it did for me. I know I said in the last video that you should go away and search on YouTube about semen retention. But I wanted to give you exactly why I do it and why I am making videos about it on YouTube. So, first, story time. A couple of years ago, I was at my lowest, hitting rock bottom. I finished school. I did not want to go to university, so I stayed at home. I had no friends. I didn't go to the gym. I had bad mental health, bad physical health, no knowledge as we should have. And in all places of my life, I was at a very bad situation, place. So I thought myself I was ugly, no muscles, no physical attraction, no confidence, no self-respect, nothing. On YouTube, I was very addicted to I was addicted to pornography. I was addicted to YouTube videos. So what I did my entire day was looking at videos. And videos about semen retention started to popping up. I was intrigued. I didn't know what SR meant. So I click on those videos. They were very clickbait. 7 days of semen retention. What did it do to me and what not? At the time, it was something out of my world, out of reach in some capacity, even though it was not. It was something I did not understood at the beginning, and in some ways I still don't understand. But those first videos were a little flame started to create in myself. I wanted to know more. I wanted to understand it because it was something that it was never taught to me. I never saw it in my own life. Not masturbating because it was something you should not be doing. That is a completely different message from what I got from my environment. Everyone, either on normal social media or on school or social places, always talked about masturbation in a good way, something you should be doing, or something that is normal to do, not as something that should be not or completely avoided in any ways. It was something new. I did not understand, but it got me hooked. I started to learn more, even though it was just procrastination. I did not do it in myself, but it was something new I understood that new concept, and it was at a certain after some days, months of looking at it, and I looked at myself and said, well, why shouldn't I try it? So I did. I started to look out for my environment, urges, triggers. I started to work on my relapse management. I started to not masturbating. I learned about NoFap later. After researching more, I understood that semen retention and NoFap were not the same thing. It looked like the same thing, not masturbating for a certain time, but semen retention, the difference between the two, it is that semen retention was a lifestyle. It was something you do for your entire life, not a 1 month thing. No, not November or anything else. It was something you commit, something I never did. At that time, I didn't know what committing as something. I did not know that. So, day by day, month by month, and precisely relapse by relapse, I worked on exactly that. First on my sexual addiction, masturbation addiction, then lust, then urges, then my entire view of women changed because of just that. Stop not masturbating. It became my second chance in life. Something that most people want to have. My own second chance. That could be yours too. I started to smile more, to be more grateful for the things I have. I started to work on myself. I go to the gym. I groom myself. I started to cut my hair, to have a little hairstyle. I started to groom myself, put some cologne, smell nice, so those sort of things. I started to work on what my mindset, my skills, on my body, mobility, strength, and muscle hypertrophy. All those things were only possible the moment I started semen retention. It was a catalyst for a renaissance for myself, a second chance for my life. That is what it was. But if your body, when you do not do semen retention, your body becomes your enemy. Why? Because you're wasting the most precious substance of the body, semen. It is 3 times more important than blood. That is how much important it is. And you're wasting it. I was wasting it all day long for nothing. Absolutely no reward, nothing in my life. But I lost my self-respect in all ways in my life. So What happened when you waste something very precious to somebody else or for yourself? It becomes your enemy. Your body has become your enemy. It lowers your testosterone, your vitality, your energy. It lowers everything that makes you a man. It makes sure that no woman will want you. That is how your body works against you. But the moment you start doing semen retention, your body understands that you're trying to be better. You have understood that semen retention, that your semen is something very important to God. It is normal to God to not masturbate. It is something normal to not masturbate. That is something you have to understand, because in the years before the sexual revolution in the 50s, men, what did they do? They worked, they provide for their families, and in some occasions they had sex to have children or to please themselves. Okay, but not all days, not all weeks, not all months. So in those times that they did not have sex, what did they do? They did not masturbate. So and those entire times they did semen retention. And just 100 years ago, couples were in good shape. They like each other. They did not need copious amount of sex to know that they like each other, because sex does not equal love. That is something you will learn with semen retention. It is that you do not need sex in your life, whether you have a woman or not. You do not need it. You want it, but wanting does not equal to needing. Wanting is something, that you do not have, but you would want to have. But at the end of the day, you can live without it. Most men in all humanity have lived without sex. So do not fall to the belief that men need sex. They want it. We want sex, but we do not need it. In no way or shape possible. That is something they want you to learn, because that's how they make you want to go for pornography, and pornography is a mass weapon of castration, of seduction, of control. So let's go back to the main theme. Semen retention is your second chance, as it was for myself. Everything that my body did against me, it worked for me. It became my ally. More attraction, more testosterone, more life energy, more energy in general, vitality, to work, to fight, to do anything. More positive emotions. In all ways, you become better. And some will say that you become a superhuman, but at the end of the day, you do not become a superhuman. You become a normal human. Because when you were before, it was so low from a normal human experience that becoming a normal human man become became something superhuman. That feeling you felt, you might have felt in long retentions, it is a normal human being sensation. Something normal to have, to feel. And if you go around, especially in America, with that sensation, people will think you are superhuman, you are something out of the ordinary. But the thing is that most people are here, and when you do simultaneation, you go back to normal human being sensation, and they are subhuman. So for them, you will feel like you are superhuman in most capacities and some capacity. So, but you're not. I felt, I fall sometimes. I am not attracting most women because that's how life is. And I am in my 5th year of semen retention. I stopped counting at 4. Some will say that at 4 years of semen retention, you're some kind of superhuman god or something, but you're not. But you're not. But that is good. You have still some room for improvement. I still have to create myself a body, an impressive body. I still have a business to create that makes me money. But that is life. That is the life of a man that practices semen retention. You work, you learn something, you learn a lot of things about your life, and you keep going. You don't feel the urge. You leave. That is semen retention. It isn't something to be completely concentrating on it. Semen retention is a big facet of your life, but it isn't your entire life. I have some things to do other than non-masturbating. So that's it. Live your life. Live it well. But do not masturbate. Do semen retention. It has been a very good thing in my life. I'm most sure that it will be something very, very good for your life. So, if you liked this video, a very long video, like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. My name is Imad, and retain your semen. That is the last message I will give you.